Welcome, Damn Fam. For those of you that are new here, my name is Mac. I am the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. Dungeon Alchemist is an AI-powered map-making utility available on Steam. It allows you to make maps in a snap. You can build maps using the AI or build custom maps by rolling up your sleeves and building them by hand. So you have the best of both worlds. Simple, time-saving, or, dive in and change every aspect of your map. 1 hour from Wasilla, are you like in Eagle River? I have family that lives in Wasilla, in Eagle River, actually. Too funny. Small world. Alrighty, sorry to get sidetracked there. As we know, I am Sidetrack Mac. I tend to get sidetracked, but that's so crazy. Small world for sure. I used to go visit there when I was younger. So let's see here. So today's stream is the Damn stream, as I was saying earlier. The Damn stream is a weekly showcase of community-made maps, where I go through the workshop and we look at maps that have been submitted there. The Steam Workshop is a repository of now almost 4,500 maps, last I checked. In fact, let's just double check right now. 4,443 maps. 4,443. That is insane amount of maps, considering just 9 months ago, there was 0. It's an incredible amount of maps, and those are all accessible to anyone who owns a copy of Dungeon Alchemist. Oh, Dagg, by the way, actually, E-Bars, you might recognize that name. I actually really enjoyed talking with the Scene Grinder folks. I've been reaching out to various communities to learn about compatibility of Dungeon Alchemist with various VTTs and the like out there, and I just recently talked with the Scene Grinder folks. They are incredibly awesome, and it was a very educational conversation. Let's just say that. I learned a lot. Anyway, so today's first map on the Damn stream, I found this before I went live, and I always like to find a neat map to open with, and oh, it was a great talk. Great conversation. I am... Sorry about that. Anyway, I am just getting my day going. And I opened up Dungeon Alchemist earlier while I was sipping my coffee. I found this map. Many of you know I am a sucker for a bottled Respite map. There is a subclass for Warlock called Genie, the Genie Pact, and it's one of my favorite, pacts, I guess, subclass, whatever. It's my favorite pact with the Warlock, as it kind of is overpowered and broken. It's interesting. And, I'm wearing a Dungeon Alchemist hoodie. Sorry. I always wear this on stream. I'm gonna get a t-shirt soon because it's getting hot here in Vegas. Oh, so hot. Hot. Anyway, this map in particular is based on the concept of a first level feature that you get with the Genie Pact called Bottled Respite. And what it is this really broken ability where you're given like a ring or a necklace, earring, whatever. You can pick the form of whatever it is. It could be a genie's bottle, a glass bottle, whatever. And this is a vessel for a extra dimensional space that you can teleport to as an action. Oh, sure. If we could get private maps, it'd probably be closer to 8 to 10,000. But with this in mind, the Bottled Respite is essentially the interior space of that extra dimensional that pocket dimension that you can go into through this vessel. So, did any of you watch I Dream of Genie or maybe Aladdin? Kind of think of how when they're inside of their lamp, what it's like in there. That's exactly what this space is. So, essentially, you're inside of an extra dimensional space. Inside of that, whatever you decide it is, a lamp, a ring, whatever. I always thought it'd be cool to have a ring because it's on your hand. You could touch it and activate it. It's pretty much always with you. And then you can enter this space and it takes everything on your person in with you. And inside of this space, you can, it's decorated and it has a base description, but you can also add stuff to it, store stuff in there. It's kind of like a safe space to long rest, etc. Yeah, it's mixture. It's kind of a cross between the two. It's a 20-foot radius, which, I mean, that's big, and 20 feet tall. So essentially, 2 floors, right? If you wanted it to be, or built it up to be, and 20-foot radius is, that's 20 feet from the center. So that's 40 feet across, technically. That's a big space. It's a big space in there, and it comes decorated with small tables, pillows, adornments, and stuff like that. Yeah, and it looks like they decorated some other things here, like a safe and stuff, some paintings. Oh, it looks like it. There is, in fact, a picture of a pig. You're right, dog. I mean, oh my gosh. This is so funny to me. That pig got me off my game here. So, a couple things I want to point out while we're looking at maps today. Every stream... Oh, that's the Warlock's patron? If it is, that'd be awesome. So every stream, if we hit 50 viewers, we do a giveaway. And that is for a Steam key for Dungeon Alchemist. So if we hit 50 viewers, please let me know, chat. Mods, if you're present, please pay attention and let me know on that. And we will do a giveaway, and one of you have a chance to win a free copy of Dungeon Alchemist that you can redeem immediately on Steam, as it's a key. It's a digital code. Now, along with that, I'm noticing that we are actually on the cusp of 1,700 followers, which is fantastic news. It is like so close that I could scream. Hey Eldridge, how you doing? We are at 1,699 out of 1,700 followers. So close. So if any of you are watching for the first time, or you've been watching a while and you have been enjoying the stream so far, and you want to make sure you always catch us in the future, make sure you hit that follow button, because I would be... Oh, we just got 2, just like that. Egomi and Glorious Mediocrity. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Welcome to the damn fam. And I appreciate you pushing us over 1,700. Let's see here. Mac, I bought DA as a present for my friend. The problem is he doesn't speak English as a way. I mean, there is no localization at this point. However, I want you all to know that I have brought this up with the devs a couple of times. I'm a big proponent for localization because it expands Dungeon Alchemist to a wider community. As I'm the community manager, that only makes sense, right? So, first off, can I ask, Starseeker, what is your friend's primary language that he speaks? That could help me a lot, in knowing. Yeah, I mean, you can always translate them. He speaks Polish, huh? Interesting. So I've been compiling a list of the top requested languages so far. And Polish isn't one of them yet, but I will add it to it. Heartsec, our next update will include that feature, the ability to import 3D models. We'll learn more about how that feature will work, the types of models it'll support, sooner than later, okay? So yeah, it's coming very soon. All I know is our lead developer has been deep in the dev cave working on a new feature. Last week, our other lead developer, Vim Deher, was actually here in chat and gave us some information on that, saying he's working on a new object collider system that essentially will allow us to move forward with much more object versatility and functionality going forward, as well as support the 3D asset import. And it's going to be really cool. And I believe after they get that hammered out, they're going to get it all functional with Steam Workshop. And then, yeah, on top of that, our artists have been hard at work, working on tons of assets. Many of you suggested assets. And I asked here on the stream a couple times. I asked on our socials a couple times. I asked in Discord. I compiled a huge list and gave it to the artists, and they've been working on it. I honestly can't promise anything, but I don't think this next update will have any localization at all. One thing I think the devs wanted to wait on localization for is until it was out of early access, because then they only have to translate everything at most maybe once, instead of a dozen times, because that's a lot of work. However, oh, he did, Dagg? That's interesting. He didn't tell me that. You know, I might reveal one teaser. How about that? Because I did get some new teasers to share. But one thing I have discovered is there is a way we can speed up the localization and translation of all our objects and menus and stuff like that. Using Google Sheets. There is a way to link Google Translate to Google Sheets and essentially massively, rapidly translate to essentially automate the translation really quickly, because we do have a way to export a list of objects, and once that list is cleaned up, I can essentially convert it. Well, I mean, it's a start, Seisu. It's not perfect. It's a start. We also would probably need volunteers at that, to look over things to help us, which I have been able to bring in volunteers in the past to help with things, so it's possible. So let's just take it a step at a time. But the thing is I think they're more focused on this object collider than anything. And so once that's dealt with, then, we can talk about that. But as it stands right now, I wouldn't expect it in this next update or anytime soon. Dagg, would you ever lie to me, though? Would you? Yes, he would. Y'all don't know. He lies to me all the time. Dagg lied to me and he said he doesn't like the show Dinosaurs, when I know he actually loves it. He just doesn't want to admit it. Okay, back to this map. I do love the pig bit. And this is a really well-designed bottled respite. The only thing is they decided to go with the angled walls instead of round walls, which I understand it's easier to just generate everything inside this way instead of hand decorate it. It's very pretty, feels comfortable, feels like a nice warm space for yourself or maybe a couple people in your party. At L8 or L9 or something, you have the ability to bring everyone in your party in, up to 6 people. So you could relax in here or take a long rest, and in 15 minutes you get the equivalent of a short rest in there. So it's pretty dope, actually. It's a really neat feature. I kind of think of it as just a huge bag of holding, because you could store all sorts of stuff in there. You could essentially build a whole fort inside and then dispel the ring or whatever you have, and then the fort could land on the ground, and then you'd have a building, like a portable fortress. So it is pretty cool in a lot of regards. I like this idea. I've had this idea, a wild idea for a while, for a multi-class called a Wartificer, which is essentially a one-level dip into Warlock for this feature alone, and a couple spells, and you know what I mean? And then... I know you're lying, bud. I'm joking. I'm messing with you. But the thing is then the rest of your level be Artificer, right? And as a result of that, I think it would be a really neat place to make like a lab. The Artificer can dip in here and have his own portable lab that he goes and hides out in. It is like top tier trolling. It's not really nice because some of the people in the community think, hey, we're gonna get showed stuff. But honestly, I will show something. How about that? Is that fair? Let me just choose which object to share an image of. Let's see here. Okay. Sorry, I just had to save it from the Discord because I don't want to reveal like a whole chat in the Discord, so I'm just opening up a small section of what I can see by saving it. That's my workaround. Let's see here. That's what you get, Dagg. Honestly, I could show some things from the last stream. This object was pretty neat, and some people missed out on it. So a lot of people were asking about that. So this here is essentially a projector, like an Edison projector, you know, and it would be just a compartment where you can put in like a candle or a light source, and then you put slides, and then it projects onto the wall. But it actually does project, so you can program an image into it and project it on the wall. And if you move the object, the image gets bigger and smaller. It's very cool. It's one of the most interesting animated objects we've ever had. Sack, how are you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Welcome back. This here, Sack, you know, your theater. This would be perfect for your theater, your drive-in theater. It's a projector, my man. So you could put an image in it and it would project it up on the screen that you had. No, it's more like an Edison projector. You know what I mean? That's how I would say, you know? I mean, you could call it a magic lantern or whatever, but that's what I consider it, you know? Is there another name for those early projector systems where you would, you know, have like a slide? It's like those, we had them in the 90s and 80s. They were like the red thing and you can flip it and it had the little circle slide thing in it, but instead it projects it on the wall. A light and slide. But anyway, magic lantern, yeah, sure. Is that what it was called? Viewmaster too? I've heard of a lot of different names. But yeah, anyway, so this thing here is you could put the images in and program it and then change between them in it, and then the difference of distance makes the image bigger that it projects. So it's really cool. You guys and gals will like this a lot. Let me open up another teaser really quickly. Okay, I'm gonna do a real teaser this time. One moment. Gotta put it in my treasury teaser folder. Okay. All right, let's see here. Projecting kinetoscope, yes. Yeah, you showed me that, Zach. I remember you got one with a ton of slides, right? That thing is cool. I remember having a Viewmaster when I was a kid, and it was like a Eureka's Castle slides. Excellent. Yes, let's get the egg puns. Feed them to me. I deserve it. Dads, unite. Hit me with all the egg puns. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Starsteaker. Right on the nose. Exactly. I've showed this one before. This is like some gold flooring. Gilded flooring. So, that sausage post yesterday, I knew I was in for it the second I posted. And the thing is I was originally going to post something much more spicy, but I decided at the last second to change my mind and not post something. And it still, I tried to keep it basic, and y'all just jumped all over it. Can't win. Oh, I'm sure. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I saw your comments across the socials when I woke up. Made me laugh, made me smile. I saw Sausage was very ecstatic across a couple socials, and then you on Reddit. Glad y'all enjoyed it, because yeah, I was worried when I was posting it that I was going to get fired. Or reprimanded or something. My defense was, Vim, you gave me this image and told me I could post it. What am I supposed to say with it? I love it. It was amazing. It's a really fun image and interesting concept. And speaking of which, okay, so let me talk about that concept. Let's open a new map first, and then we'll talk about that. In fact, there was one that I had pulled up over here that I wanted to look at. Okay, yep, there it is. I just wanted to know what to search for. This one had a really cool abstract. This one here. So this here is Tyvor's Bathhouse interior. And our friend has put together some amazing abstract, amazing, like, colored glass. You want an easy way to make a cave entrance? There's a few ways to approach it. Jodrick. Mapmaker Monday, though, we could definitely approach that for sure. Stained glass is always so pretty. I honestly, just to give you a point of advice, though, I mean, we do have some kind of like arch caveway entrances that you could oversize and then kind of meld in with some rocks and the cave entrance. And then you also have the cave tools here under terrain for raising the terrain. So you could raise up a bunch of terrain, carve the cave hole, and then use like one of those kind of rock arches as an entrance. Make it kind of large, put a couple of them together, turn off collisions and get creative with it. It would be under nature, under rocks. This right here, this big rock arch is a great way to make a tunnel opening. And now that you can turn off collisions, I don't really like to leave people hanging when they ask questions. You can move them up and down, merge it into the ground really good, put some rocks around it, these big, big stones and stuff like these ones. These fit around it and really make it feel like more mountainous. Anyway, kind of back to the map at hand, though. That should help you at least get a start, my friend. Jodrick. And also, ping me on Discord. I have no problem walking you through it. So looking at the bathhouse, very well designed. And I really love the, you know, the kind of methodology and styling they put into it. You've got these beautiful, like, stained glass windows, several bathhouse rooms. Lots of decorations and fun settings. So, like, you know, changing rooms here, towels, racks, etc. Jodrick, you have no, you know how to ping me on Discord. You have no, you know I have no problem answering your questions or getting back to you. So, no problem, my friend. We could look at one of those maps next, and that might give you an example too. Yeah, Sack has a couple examples in his maps. Let's take a look at those next, if we can. It looks like these, like, changing rooms there are connected. So it's like maybe there's an area underneath and you can walk to the various bathhouse areas. This one here looks like, you know, you got some drinking available, some wine or tinctures or whatever, potions. This looks really nice here. Very, very comfortable here. Yeah, it is. Well designed. Very much love it. This is Mr. X, or Retsum, as you might know him in Discord. I'm pretty sure Retsum made this. We're so close to 50. If any of you aren't aware, when we hit 50 viewers, we do a giveaway for a copy of Dungeon Alchemist, and we do that every stream and every 50 viewers. So 50, 100, 150. And that is for a digital code of Dungeon Alchemist, meaning you can redeem it right away or even re-gift it if you want to. Last week, someone won it, and then they gave it away on their stream later in the day. You can do whatever you want with it if you win. It's your loot. Oh, yeah. Retsum's top-notch submissions for our community assets, for sure. I kind of was worried before that launched how we would facilitate it, because the devs just kind of came up with this thing for the abstracts, and I was like, okay, is there going to be a place on the marketplace for people to upload their abstracts? And they're like, no, that's just more for personal. And I'm like, yeah, but I mean, a lot of people probably won't know how to do this and would be very grateful if there was people sharing and they could use it, right? And they're like, yeah, I guess so. And I asked if I could make a Discord channel for it, and I talked with the mods about it, and that's kind of where we landed, was to make a Discord, you know, a forum space where people could post them, and then we put tags in for the different types of abstracts, and then copyright safe and non-copyright safe. Yep. Dag, yeah, I appreciate that. The mods honestly also always have you guys' back. Like, your backs and your best interests at mind. I mean, sometimes it seems like Dag is just relentless and always wants to ban people, and he's just a grump. But honestly, he is a really nice guy. And really, these types of things are discussions we have internally all the time. Like, trying to figure out the best ways to approach these new features coming out. See, I knew it. You just couldn't go 2 minutes without being a grumpy jerk. I actually like how they did that, because it seems pained there. Alrighty. No, he's a grump to me all the time for seemingly no reason at all. You said in Soggy Land it's somewhere? Or which one are we talking about, Sack? Sorry. Dragon Cave, let's check that out. This one here? So here is the cave entrance you're kind of talking about, right? But you see how he's blended all these stones in with the arch to kind of give a cave entrance feel? That's about the best you can do. I can show you a mine shaft entrance as well, style, if you're interested in that. So essentially, if you look at this, it's just a bunch of different rocks. Look at, these are like tall rocks, the arches, there's like 3 or 4 of them right here compounded. Oh, it's much easier now. So you just, first things first, you want to turn off collisions. And then when you play with objects that have Z-axis manipulation, you'll get this little up-down arrow. So now it's super easy to blend. You get it at the height you want and move it in and boom. A Mayan entrance? Oh, my friend, I got you. Do I ever got you? Have you not watched one of our streams before? I'm joking. That's more of a joke because I show these maps constantly. It's actually awesome because I can share this map on the stream more now. I'm proud of this map. Y'all should be proud of it too because it shows how much this program has grown in the last year. Honestly, that's a good question. You mean it looked kind of like a Fresnel lens or something? It looked like all like a optical illusion? Honestly, I'm not sure. One moment. I might pull it up and see if that's the map you're talking about. Also, the music kind of stopped, so I wanted to see what was going on there. Not every map is shared on the workshop, and not every map shared on the workshop is shared in our Discord. So it's best to kind of browse through both, because you get the best of both worlds. However, Dam Challenge entries do need to be on the workshop to be a qualified entry. So I will talk to Asmodeus, who I'm sure is actually probably here lurking at the moment. Let me see if this is the one. So let me just finish discussing this first. So this here is a mine shaft, and this is the interior of the map, obviously, but I kind of gave this point as the entrance so people would know how to do an exterior. You use these arches here, these support beams, on the outside using a cave, you know, raised mountain or whatever, similar, those cave arch type things, and you could put rocks even on top of this very easily now. So you could even raise it and make it more like it was surrounded, or kind of like they shimmed this up to get in. So like, again, I love this particular rock. It's very, very, very big rock. And yeah, turn off those collisions. Place it on top here. Kind of raise it up a bit so it seems like these support beams are doing something. Make a copy of it, put one on the other side, kind of just merge it in so it feels like kind of one set of rocks. And then you could even put some more of these other ones, possibly right near the edge. And that one probably won't work. Anyway, you get the idea of how I'm doing it here. Now, this is at the edge of a map. You could actually extend the map here as an example, and then just kind of have land here. One moment. Go into the terrain tool, and then we just kind of go here to lower terrain on this outside area. Flatten it to height is the best, because then it'll just flatten to that. So this is essentially everything outside of the mountain or cave or mine, right? Just to give you an example here, and you could decorate this with stones. So it's really all in how you prep and plan your builds. So here you would decorate this as mountainous. And it's not like your players could see inside, so you could essentially make a mountain range type map and say they're approaching it, or have a theater of the mine shot. And then when they get close, you have the support beam set up here with the mine shaft entrance like I was showing you earlier. Let's see, I think it was that one. Nope, it was this one. Make it a little bit bigger so it extends across like that. And then you could even shrink it down into the ground. Something along these lines here. Use a few of these, you know, put one every few feet to kind of simulate an entrance, put some rocks on top of it, and boom goes the dynamite. You got yourself an entrance that is quite good. Yep, it is very, it's usually the best to place the asset and then move it first sometimes. We have 50. Okay, we'll do a giveaway here momentarily. If you're interested in participating in that giveaway for a free copy of Dungeon Alchemist, make sure you hit that follow button, because that's really the only other qualifier to enter. You just must be following the stream, and you have to type a code in the stream when the giveaway goes live. One moment, I'm going to set that up. Let's see here. I also found the map that everyone was, or that you were asking about, Carbon Edge. Let's... I really don't like showing off dam challenge maps on the stream, but it is an interesting map, and also it's not an official entry at the moment, so might as well just show it to you. Oh, man. What is going on here? It is, like, about to crash my computer. I did not think this thing was so intense. Lower the quality there. It's just tons of those wall of forces. So it essentially is tons of walls of force. But what it looks like to me, you know those like kind of like holograms that were like popular in the 90s that you'd kind of tip it one way and it'd be one thing, and one way it'd be the other thing. Or those are called like a Fresnel effect, or a Fresnel lens, and they actually sell those now. You can use them as like a magnifier, or like to read, or to even be like a magnifying lens for survival, etc. But that's what it looks like to me. That is a force floor, but it looks like it looks like a Fresnel lens. It's very impressive, but it also is killing my computer at the moment. The floor is just tons of walls of force stacked next to each other. Oh, for sure. Anyway, we're gonna have to open another map already. Oh, hold on one second, babe. Just one moment. Maybe we can get him to rue. Let's see here. Papa. Oh. Oh, I wanted to look at this one. Oh, come. How's my boy? Speak. Speak for me. Speak. Yep. I have the giveaway stuff started on the side. The puppy just kind of came in and sidetracked me here. He's gonna help us do the giveaway, okay? Sit. Kill. Okay. Ready? Set. Go. There's 10 minutes to enter. You just gotta type in exclamation giveaway to enter, and you must be following the stream as a qualifier. That's it. Very easy. In 10 minutes, it will automatically draw a winner, and you just must be present to claim the code. So just make sure you stick around for the next 10 minutes if you want a chance to win. And if you win, you gotta type exclamation claim in chat. That easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So say hi to everyone. Who's this good boy? He just got a bath and he is just snuggly because he's cold. Who's a good boy? By the way, thank you for helping us hit 1,700 followers here on Twitch today. Fantastic milestone. This map is great. Holy cow. This is beautiful. I like how they use the wall of force and the sphere, force sphere as well. Kind of simulate like a wall of lava. Oh my gosh, 7? Dang. I think you mentioned that before. That is a lot of dogs and that is fantastic. You probably like have mayhem in your house sometimes, huh? Or are they outdoor dogs strictly? Huskies are so fun. They're hilarious. So much energy. Sounds like a reason for a second giveaway, Grobel? Maybe. Maybe. Just a ton of hair. They usually have really beautiful eyes, too. By the way, this giveaway is 100% legit. This is the official Dungeon Alchemist channel. I'm the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. So if you're like just tuning in, you're like, is this real? We do these giveaways all the time. We give away at least 1 to 2 codes a week. And it's just our way of saying thank you for supporting the streams, being a part of it. So they are very, very much legitimate. You get the code right away if you win. You can redeem it right away. So please understand it's not like we're, just goading you for interactions and whatnot. This is very much legitimate. I'm going to take a moment to get the puppy back to the missus, and while I do that, I am going to run a quick ad. When I get back, we're going to discuss something about our development. When I get back, Seisu, remind me about that, okay? We need to talk about Dungeon Alchemist development and the plans for that, and a poll I have for the community. Okay? That's all you need to know.
You stand before the long, dark road to the fabled realm of Doyak-Ta, and before...
What do we see?
I don't know, a goblin.
I kill him.
But before she does, Gilliam of Firth, demand to know the goblin's name.
Hi, my name is Woblin.
Where do you live there, Woblin?
I don't think that's relevant.
Well, but I, Gilliam of Firth, demand to seek the goblin's abode.
Clever. Find family. Kill entire bloodline. I like it.
Seriously, we're doing this? Okay, well, won't be needing that anymore, will I?
Ever get caught by your players with your pants down? Dungeon Alchemist lets you create wonderful maps for any encounter in seconds.
Oh, Woblin, that's a very impressive cheese collection you've got there.
Yeah, it is quite impressive, yes. But you know what's more impressive? This map I have
To the fabled realm of Doyak-Ta. Please take it and leave. Close the door behind you.
Mr. Woblin, I cannot help but notice that you have a secret tunnel underneath your cabinet. Care to explain?
Download Dungeon Alchemist, the AI-powered map maker, on Steam today.
And, wrong scene. I am back. Sorry about that. We got 6 minutes left to enter the giveaway. By the way, if you haven't entered already, hit that follow button and type !giveaway in chat for a chance to win a copy of Dungeon Alchemist. If you're just tuning in, this is the weekly Dam stream. Every Saturday, we host a stream to showcase community-shared maps that are available on our Steam workshop. And to kind of give them some light, just in case you might have missed them, and to share their beauty and creativity with the world. Honestly, that's the whole point of this, is to showcase our amazing community. So one thing I want to point out, in the ad, Gilliam of Firth is using a screwdriver as his casting focus, as a wand. He could be an artificer, because they can use tools, thieves' tools, tinker tools, etc., as their casting focus. So he is possibly, this is my headcanon, he's an artificer. Anyway, moving on. So, personal reminder, you want to talk about development and a community poll. So, I was talking with Vim yesterday as he was sharing the image of the sausage. And I said, are we working on different AI rooms for storefronts, like, like a butcher or something? And he said, no, that's a good idea, though, seeing as how we have these assets. And so basically, we talked about this, and I want to ask you in the community, because we got a lot of people here right now, what are your thoughts on businesses that you would like to see AI room types for? What types of professions and businesses would you like to see in Dungeon Alchemist as an AI room generation? So we have a few already, like blacksmith, etc. Let's look at some of the types, actually. So if you go to, we have smithy and bakery, and there's a tavern whole set there with brewery as a subset. There's all these different ones you can kind of utilize. And then if you come into, say, like Alchemist Laboratory, you could use that for different business types. But I want a more focused subset of professions. Okay? I'm open. I want to see feedback here. Dagg or Seisu, I need a volunteer from one of you. You volunteered Seisu, you know what that means? You're getting the job, Dagg. I would like you to just DM me a short list of either one of you these suggestions. Just a compiled list. So if there's kind of some duplicates, get rid of duplicates and send me that list. And then I'm going to put this list into a poll, and we're going to see what are the heaviest requested shop types are, okay? By the way, there's 2 minutes left to enter the giveaway. So you would want something that generates slummy houses, maybe using a subset of like the torn tents and abandoned ruins and like the hovel stuff. Because I always just kind of assumed the hovel was the slum housing. You know what I mean? So one that I haven't seen, I guess there is seamstress. I would like to see a more expanded tailor selection. I would like to see a cobbler, like more shoes and cobbler tools, Yep. So more toys. Obviously, our friend Sack got really creative with how to make toys out of our existing objects. Candy shop sounds interesting. Candy, toy shop. Obviously, we have a good amount of stuff for a bakery, right? We have ovens, we have lots of baked goods. So that seems pretty fleshed out. We have a good amount of blacksmith stuff. But I would like to see more objects that a blacksmith would make. You know? More metal objects, you know, horseshoes and things like that. Hot springs could be interesting. I mean, you can already make bathhouses, as we showed earlier today on the stream. But hot springs could be cool. Flame Singer, congratulations, you just won a copy of Dungeon Alchemist, but you need to claim it in the next minute to assure your victory. Type in !claim to claim that code. If you're not here, it will go on to someone else, and they will get to claim it. So rapidly type in !claim for your chance to win a copy of Dungeon Alchemist. Let's keep chat clear for a moment so they can get an opportunity. Flame Singer, are you here? Please claim your copy of Dungeon Alchemist. Did they claim it and I didn't see it? Oh my gosh, they're running out of time. They are running out of time, Flame Singer. You gotta claim it right now. Looks like it might go to someone else, and I hate it when this happens. I always feel so awful. They'll come back and they're like, I was in the bathroom, I was on the phone. Elboo! If you claim it, it's yours. I saw you were here just 10 seconds ago. You said something. Okay. I apologize, but it looks like someone else won. Elboo, you are the winner. Congratulations, Elboo. I tried my best. And I'm not down that you won. I just feel bad for the other person is all. You know what I mean? So, we all can't win, but we can be winners. Let's give a warm congratulations to Elboo for winning the code. Congratulations to you, my friend. Give me just one moment and I'll get you squared away, okay? What actually? I'm on the wrong computer for that. I'm so used to the single stream setup here. Get what I'm doing. Let's see. I am whispering you just to kind of start a conversation here, but I'm issuing you a code right now, Elboo. So just momentarily bear with me, everyone, while I issue them a key for a Dungeon Alchemist. I like to issue it right away because, you know, shows the legitimacy of the giveaways, and also, you know, you don't want to wait forever for something. That's the other reason we don't ship something or whatever. We just do it immediately. And I am sending you your code right now, Elboo. Can you please, or is it Elbow Zero? Elboo, Elbow Zero, either or. Can you confirm in chat, in public chat, that you got the code? I see you confirmed it in our DM, but if you could confirm it in public, that'd be very amazing for me. Okay, now that we have covered that, and we did hit 1,700 and change, I'm going to do another giveaway. I wanted to make sure that that was done. Remind me in about 10 minutes, and we'll do another giveaway. I just want to talk about maps for a little bit before we jump into one, okay? I honestly typically do giveaways every 100 followers as well. I like to celebrate the milestones. This channel is growing exceptionally fast, considering we're not affiliated or partnered in any way. And, you know, it's just kind of grown from nothing in the last 6-7 months to this. Pet store would be great. We do have a lot of cages already. And like little, you know, things for birds and, you know, other animals. So we could do that, potentially. Grobel, I appreciate your optimism, my friend. Okay, let's move on to another map. This map is quite beautiful, but it's kind of been the backdrop for everything for a while here. Let us do another one, okay? Does anyone have any suggestions for maps that they've seen this last week that they would like to see on the stream or shared on the stream? Oh, you know what, Zach? I gotta show this map here. This thing is fantastic. It's really smart of y'all to start uploading maps while I'm live because I sort by recent, and it's a great way to get, you know, to make sure I see it. Did you do a mine map? Yeah, we did earlier. We looked at mine. It's more just, it's not, no, we've hit all the parameters. It's just, we applied like a month or two ago, and I think we just missed a step. And here's the thing, I don't know everything about the business side of Dungeon Alchemist and Briganti, so I don't have all those documents and paperwork, so it requires me to do it when I have this small overlap with my bosses when they're working and I'm working, and we could go through all these documents and fill this stuff out. So essentially, it's tricky, okay? And that, and on top of that, we want to make it into a charity. So meaning all the subs and, you know, all the bits and everything, all the money we make from ad revenue would go to charity. So it's a little bit more complex, and it wasn't really an interest for us to get affiliate until recently. So I'm assuming sooner than later we'll get it. It's not for lack of trying, though. You know what I mean? We have hit every parameter to apply. It's just we need to apply. Does that make sense? It's a beautiful ghost ship, and I love the use of the spider webs as sails. Very creative. Let's get in the cinematic mode so we can dip down here a little bit and get a different angle. That is chilling. Lovely. Right? I've never seen that before. Honestly, Sack, I always love it when you share a new map. It's fantastic work. Beautiful. So many of you are so talented, by the way. I am always so excited when I see new maps pop up from some of you creators that, like, I'm waiting on bated breath, like a subscriber to like a YouTube channel. And there's some new heavy hitters popping up on the workshop every week, you know, creators that I've never seen before sharing something for their first time. And I'm like, who is this? Do we got a rising star? And I'm always interested in all the maps. I love sorting by recent for that reason. There's so many beautiful maps popping up and ideas like this, new ideas that can be utilized by our community. Fantastic work here, Zach. Seriously. Oh, I think it's beautiful, man. You could just use it as like a great, you know, like a scene, you know, or whatever. Let's walk around on it. Might be hard with the webs to walk around, so I'm just gonna look at it right here. $60 cubes. Oh my goodness. For like positioning fog and stuff. I like that I can keep firing it all the way up here. They're bouncing off the map. Oh, I see. Immediately hit the ground. Oh man, I might sneeze. Might. I usually enjoy sneezing, I prefer to, but when I'm on stream I feel bad because it's like I have a really loud sneeze, so I don't want to. Water walk on the cannonballs. So, who got to play this week? Who had a tabletop session this week? Online, in person? Let's talk about it. What happened at your table? Mondu, you told us about your leveling up. Fantastic. I'm glad you finally got to. My family and I, we joined a new table as well. Whoa. Oh man, I see that. Oh my goodness. This last week, and it was our first session. We started at L3. You know, as per the norm, I took Artificer, and the DM was kind enough to give us one uncommon magical weapon. And I was very, very excited to do that, but then it gave me so many choices to pick. And as a result of which, you know, I kind of got, like, paralyzed trying to pick an object before the game. I was gonna pick the all-purpose tool to match my Artificer, but I would only be able to pick the uncommon one, which is great, don't get me wrong, and it'd be a really powerful tool early on for an Artificer. But here's the thing, I picked Shadar Kai as my race, and Shadar Kai, over a long rest, they have a trance feature where they can change out like any weapon or proficiency skill and learn it. So I can essentially change my tools out anytime I want over a long rest. And then I have an ability at L3 to create any tool I want in an hour over a short rest or an hour of time. So it's not like I needed the all-purposes tools like abilities. The main thing it would give me is one cantrip a day that I could pick from any spell list for 8 hours, or the +1 to my spell attack, which is nice, don't get me wrong. But I opted for something I've never ever had a chance to play with, and it's a Broom of Flying. And honestly, I'm so glad I did already. I've had a ton of fun with it. Winged boots, huh? See, I was torn between that and the winged boots. But I definitely, I saw the advantage of both. There's merit in both. But when you have Featherfall as a prepared caster, I felt like the broom just was better for myself and the group. I could carry people, other people could use it, you know what I mean? And it didn't use up a slot. So, an attunement. It just fit. I'm playing an armored artificer, so I have the infiltrator mod on right now, so I have the lightning launcher on my chest as like a gem. So I could just fly around and pelt people from range and then get in close. And on my last trance, I took rapier as a proficiency, so I can use a rapier. Iron Man, that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense there. I honestly just wanted the 50 speed versus, and I mean, I can attack still while in the air instead of, so basically it's an interesting concept. Both of them work good. Storm King's Thunder, yeah, you've been making a ton of Storm King Thunder maps. How's that campaign going? That's awesome. Very well done on this, Sack. Love all the minutia and the details. So now that you've had your new PC for a while, how you liking it? Has it been a nice upgrade for you? Have you noticed an upgrade, or have your patrons noticed and complimented anything, or have you noticed a significant like boost in your patrons Like, did you get an uptick in subscribers or anything like that? I mean, your maps were already high quality before, but you could make them bigger. Ooh, let's open up this one. Giant Slayer sword. Oh my gosh. That's so cool, though. Wow, Grobel, really? Lair of Dagg. So this was made for Dagg. By Cave of Creation. I don't know if he's here at the moment, but this was an entry into Evil Lair, if I'm not mistaken. Mondu, well, part of it is I now have the 2 PC setup. So at the moment, oh, and earlier I also changed the settings to low. Let's up it to high and take a look. Yep, it dipped a little right there. So, I mean, I've got a much more powerful computer than I used to, running Dungeon Alchemist only at this point. And then I've got the independent stream PC. All it does is run the stream on it and the stream related software. So as a result of which, I'm able to run much bigger, more effect heavy maps than ever before. So Psychedelic Hermit there is, and it's not very straightforward, and I apologize about that, and it's mostly because of a weird process with the way Dungeon Alchemist works with Steam Workshop. And I don't know if it's Steam Workshop or Dungeon Alchemist. I've talked to the devs about it, and it's on their to-do list to streamline, but let me walk you through how you update a map. So, if you've already uploaded a map to the workshop and you want to update it, if you've already started updating it offline, you've already made a big mistake. The only way to move forward is to just update it, upload a 2.0. Unfortunately, there really is no simple recourse if you've already been updating the map offline. So it really is a bummer. But the first step is to go to the workshop, go to open published map. So you find your map that you want to update. So in this case, I'm going to open one of my maps because that's the only way it'll work. I'm going to open this homestead cabin, okay? Kajitan, I'll get to your question in a moment, okay? One moment. So this map I made to shoot trailer shots for our Winter Wonderlands release. It really helped showcase the new diagonal walls and the new snow and all that stuff. But let's say I wanted to add some changes to it. I wanted it to be a daytime map and upload that variant. But this like kind of weird winter filter makes it just always seem dark. So let's make it daytime. We're going to lower the brightness here. Now let's say I wanted to quickly update this to be the daytime now, and that's it. That's all the only change I made. You could make hundreds of changes, by the way, but if you just go to the Steam Workshop tab and hit Update Published Map, as long as you open it from the workshop before you start editing it, then you can update it directly. But if you have just taken your local save, made tons of work to it, unfortunately there's no way to override your existing map. So you either have to update it with a 2.0, which I personally don't like doing, because if you had a lot of fans on your first map, let's say your first map was really popular, thousands of viewers. Okay, we'll do that next giveaway shortly. Thousands of subscribers. If you make an update to it and just update it, they'll get a small little patch to their Dungeon Alchemist with that update next time they load it up. And then if they open that map, they'll see that update. But if you go and upload a new map, a 2.0, or you delete the old one and upload a second one, everyone who had that map loses it or doesn't know about the second one. And so it's problematic. And I know it's not very straightforward or user-friendly, but the only way at this time is to open the existing map from your open published map section, make edits to it, then under the Steam Workshop tab, hit upgrade or update published map. Yeah, it's a bummer. I'm sorry. I've run into this so much as a community manager, people being disappointed because of it. You know what I mean? I'll show them momentarily how we're gonna do that here. But yeah, kind of that's how you would do the update to a map. So let's go back to the Lair of Dagg map here. So there's several items that link together and do this. And I was actually kind of one of the first people that really took advantage of that principle. And I made that really cool never-ending story kind of replica build. And then, you know, essentially we have some items that'll allow you to arc electricity between them. So if you look at this item here, it says coil. It's essentially a Tesla coil. Now, you could put this item inside of other items like a rock. Hey, KO'd, how you doing? And it will continue, or if you hide it in this. So if you disable collisions, take this object and put it inside this, now it looks like they're charging this back to tank or whatever. I am well. I'm glad to have you here. I have to ask you, how does the stream look on your end? Because I'm running 100 by 75 map on high, or medium actually, at 1080 60. So I gotta know how it looks on your end. So yeah, go to your object panel and then search coil. There's this one is one of them. There's also under utility in Alchemist tools, I believe there's a few other ones. There's like battery, conductor does it as well. Conductor does the same thing as the coil. Yep, the lighting of the Circle Storm, that one's amazing too, Highland. But considering all the effects on this map and the size of it, you know, several months ago, I couldn't load a map like this on stream unless I was in low and I could only do it for a little bit and not move around much. But now we have like full functionality. I could probably walk around with a token. Let's try it. Which means I'm rendering Dungeon Alchemist twice, technically. Seisu, thank you so much. Quick reminder, I did ask the community earlier, and I just wanted to make sure everyone got to state their opinion and give their voice, make their voice heard. Kind of just quickly compiling a list of suggestions or possible professions or stores that you would like to have an AI room for. So, meaning that, you know, so maybe we have a bakery section, you click it and, you know, just like we have that, or one for a brewer, or a blacksmith, etc. So what kind of professions do you want seen in Dungeon Alchemist, items associated with it, and an AI room generation for it? We did ask earlier, we got a lot of feedback. Seisu's compiling a list, giving it to me. I'm going to take that list and I'm going to make a poll using a Google form, and then I'm going to share that poll across all our socials, and we're going to get as many votes as we can across all our socials and use that as a reference to start making different room types. All the professions. That's pretty broad. Oh my goodness. Torture chamber and a furnace. Hey! Look at that. My hammer hiding out. Yep. Dagg would love it if I was burnt alive. I'm glad I asked again because, yeah, some of you weren't here earlier and you missed out. Let's get that giveaway going while we have that question kind of stewing in everyone's brain. Seisu, I did not forget what you said. In the back of my hand, the back of my head here. Sorry, I guess I can't do this while I'm in this mode here. That's why. Let's see. Do another giveaway to celebrate hitting 1,700 followers. Okay. Elbu, because you won earlier, unfortunately, you're automatically disqualified for this giveaway. But you still won a code today, so congratulations. But we're going to start this next giveaway. You'll have 10 minutes to enter. The only qualifier is you must be following the stream, and you got to type exclamation giveaway in chat to enter. Then stick around for 10 minutes. If you win, you got to claim the code. You got to type exclamation claim to win. Barrel maker sounds interesting, Cooper. Okay, did the music stop? Yes. The music won't stop till the stream is done. Okay. Good luck, everyone, on this giveaway. And if you haven't followed the stream already, make sure you hit that follow button so you're qualified for the entry. We do have a lot of woodworking tools. I guess we could just kind of conflab them together with some countertops and stuff and make something like that. I do also would love to see like a sawmill, you know, like a saw that's like spinning and moving, kind of like the one in the chest. Fantastically lovely map. We do have a mimic chest. Well, it's more like a trap chest because, you know, mimic is kind of like a... Pretty sure like it's a copyrighted property. Also, when tricks and traps come, we'll probably have a lot more traps and things of that nature. By the way, Vim was in chat last week and slipped that the following update after Treasury is magic. So we know our next 2 updates, which is rare. We hardly ever get to know past the one that we're on. So that's insane information. So just so you know, the next update is the Treasury. So gold, treasure, posh, lifestyle, you know, fancy things. And then the one after that will be magic. Leather worker, that's an interesting one. Traveling shop. That's cool. You know, they made that, the Cartomancer Barrow, right? Barrow? This guy, right? Or the Costermonger's Barrow. It'd be cool if we expanded upon this concept, right? And made something else like this. Like a bigger cart with more expandable space in it. Yeah, this thing is so beautiful. It's probably one of my favorite objects in Dungeon Alchemist. By far. It just reminds me of like a snake oil salesman. There was this movie I loved when I was a kid. It's a Disney film. It's called Bedknobs and Broomsticks. And one of the people in the show, he's he's essentially a snake oil salesman. He's a swindler. And he has all these different varied you know, scams or grifts that he's doing. And when they interact with him for the first time, he's in the, like, downtown London, and he has, like, this pop-up shop that just has extended legs and all these flip-out doors, and he's selling all these trinkets that essentially he demonstrates and shows them working, but they don't work, you know? It's essentially like a flea circus. Oh, Bruce Forsyth. Yes, it's Bruce Forsyth's character. He is so amazing in that movie. Bedknobs and Broomsticks is one of my favorite movies. Honestly, like, I'm actually really glad that Disney has never remade it because it's so perfect. But at the same time, in the modern era with all these new cool effects, it would be such a cool movie to revisit. Like, all the movies that they've remade and stuff, I'd just like to see them remake a lot of their old live-action ones. Like Blackbeard's Ghost, you know, and, like, remake a new Flubber and... Oh, the spy that threatens the professor. Sorry, my bad. That's right. My bad. That's right. But yeah. Anyway, it's an incredibly good movie. Oh, wow. Cool. Yeah, do yourself a favor. Give it a watch if you got Disney Plus. But it's a classic for sure. Very good movie. Oh my goodness. Funny. So anyway, yeah, I would like to see this kind of expanded to like a bigger wagon, maybe with a removable top and more fold out areas that you could kind of sectionally fold out, and maybe a table and, you know, like a fold out tent type thing. Wouldn't that be kind of neat? Anyway, beautiful concept. It would be cool if it was elaborated upon. We got about 35 minutes left in the stream. Is there any other maps anyone would like to see shared today? If I missed suggestions earlier, I apologize. A food cart, yeah, like a food truck or a food cart equivalent would be great. That's true. Makes sense, Raven Kitchen. It's just some of the newer takes aren't that great. You know what I mean? And it's not just because I have, like, rose-colored glasses for the old ones. It's like they kind of just took shortcuts and stuff. Dag, we're already showing you a map of you. Come on. Come on. Let's lower the spotlight for just a minute. Okay. Giveaway is about to end, right? No, we got 3.5 minutes left for the giveaway. Wanted to make sure. Oh, yeah, well, look at that one. That's your boat? Check it out. Dag, I am joking with you. Come on. Oh my goodness, this thing's insane. So it's a casino? Casino boat? Nice. So let me just throw something out that I think, I love this already, but could you imagine just for a moment? What is going on here? It like won't pass this point. That's interesting. There's like an invisible wall there. What do you got here, man? I just wanted it to seem like it was like an old steamboat for just a second. Yeah, it is trying to... No, it won't like... Technically, once you raise, it should just go into objects, but it won't, like, it's like an invisible wall is right here and it won't pass it. It's stuck on something for sure. But anyway, sorry for the random, like, adjustment there. I just thought that'd be so cool if it was like a, you know, like a riverboat. This is beautiful. Seriously, though. How long did this take you, Yakos? Oh, I like that you have the sub deck here, too. Very nice. So this is actually a building here. You built this on like a... Gosh, how did you get this boat to envelop the whole place? Man, I gotta know how you did this. Insane. That's why. So you are on dark parchment. It won't let an object outside of that space as a result of which. That's insane. Wow. Wow. Dirk, congratulations. You've won. You got to claim it, though. You want a code of Dungeon Alchemist, Dirk? What are you going to do now? So we did 2 giveaways today to celebrate the fact that we hit 1,700 followers and also because we hit 50 viewers today. Okay, one moment here. I'm gonna issue that key. Pretty sure Dirk Pitt is the alter ego of our friend Swedish Cook. We don't do a giveaway for hitting 50 again. We'd have to hit 100. So each milestone is a new giveaway. We couldn't just drop down to 49 and do 50. That wouldn't be very fair. You know what I mean? So, Grobel. Oh my gosh, every week I talk about this with you. Wim told you you could win the giveaway? Interesting. Interesting. Let's give a congratulations to Dirk, please. Alrighty. I just whispered you your code, Dirk. Congratulations. Y'all are a bunch of nerds. Oh my gosh, I lost my mouse for a second. Dirk, if you could just confirm in chat that you got that code, that'd be very appreciative. Be very appreciative of it. Thank you so much. Okay. Let us get back to showcasing the maps, because I know my damn fam is itchy to see new maps. Let's take a closer look at what we've got here. I'm going to walk around this ship. So, was I right, Yakos, on what you did? You enveloped the space around your building area. So this here is floor on a dark parchment map without a wall, and then you just surrounded it with this huge boat. Correct? You can search bridge, right? There's a bunch of them under here. Or you could go to structural. So objects, structural, bridges. And then there's a bunch there as well. There's also some other things that work pretty good for bridges. Let's see. They're catwalks or no? It's called scaffold. I really like scaffolding. There's some of it that works good for some like rickety bridges, etc. Grandstands, some of that works really good too. Back to the map at hand. Let's drop that token and take a look. Oh, there's my other token. Use the abstract cube to make the boat huge. Interesting. Love this. Looks beautiful, man. Fantastic work. You said this took you about 6 hours? A good question, Zach. I could only guess or make an attempt to try. Surprisingly, is showing it up to the edges of the boat enough of it, you know? It's definitely longer than it is short. I guess he could also just extend the boat ledges out a little bit, but overall it seems to match it pretty well. Yeah, for sure. It does cut off enough, you know? Not bad. It looks really good. There is a little bit of the flooring overhanging here, but that's probably because I was messing with the boat earlier. So that's more me than anything. Looks really good, Yakos. Fantastic work, my friend. Zace, thank you for compiling that list, my friend, and for keeping everyone apprised to it. I love it. By the way, a lot of people don't know this, but you can put stuff up here. It's like a shelf. Love this Island Lass. So pretty. So just such a simple map, but like elegantly decorated. Blah, got tongue twisted there. You gotta love simple maps like these, though, sometimes, that just like tell a very elegant story and are perfect for an encounter, like a random encounter. Because you could shuffle this in through like a road travel encounter and have it be available. Yeah, this is one of the you know, kind of assets they made before they started giving the removable roofing. I could ask Vim if it's possible to do it, you know, or make a variant with it. Excuse me. I bet decorating in here was challenging. Did you put all the stuff on the shelves and just put the shelves inside? That's probably what I would have done. If not, it would have driven me insane. Alrighty. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this looks neat. Let's take a look. I like me a good mind map for starters because they're like, I mean, the game that you usually play with this is called Dungeons and Dragons, right? And a good dungeon is usually associated with a good mine. They're kind of synonymous. This is beautiful, though. I like cave maps, personally. They're some of my favorite. Caves, tunnels, mines. Oh my, that looks ominous. Lots of bones. I mean, I'm sorry that your campaign is going at a snail's pace. Man, Zach, why did you take so long to introduce them to a dragon in Dungeons and Dragons? In one of the games I'm playing in, we're at level 3, and we're already on a thread to find a brass dragon's lair. We've found information about it. We talked to a village elder who told us stories of when she saw the dragon as a child flying over the city. We asked from which direction. We went to the city library and found maps and books of the surrounding area and kind of got an idea of where it might live on the map. And then additionally, we found a document that, like a book that someone from a school I used to go to, like a professor who was investigating this dragon's lair as well. So we're like already on our way to finding a brass dragon. Or like some kind of metallic dragon. This is a beautiful map though. Very well done. I like the little cave-ins. There's another one. Where was it at? It was over here. This cave-in looks really cool. Beautiful. Oh no. So like in one session I'm in, there is a klepto thief who like can't keep his hands off of anything. And I just have a feeling it's going to cause problems with time because most of the party doesn't really care for it. And he's just like, well, this is what my character would do. Well, it's like, okay, for once in like maybe stop being like so archetypal and play as a team just for a little bit. And I'll help you plan a crazy good heist that a thief would do. Instead of just stealing trinkets, let's steal something awesome. Because I'm actually statted for like stealth and have the infiltrator armor and can help him plan a heist. So it's like I'm really trying to like extend an olive branch. Yeah, the thing is when people say that, well, if you put my character's life in danger, he's going to road haul you behind his broom of flying until you're nothing more than a pelvis wearing a belt. So, I mean, if you want to play the that's what my character would do game, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really care for that. I think it's a toxic trait. When, in reality, you're playing a team game, it's not just about the one person. You know, yes, there are instances when it's about your character, when it's a thread to your story, etc. I don't care for it. So, you know, if they have their choice, and we'll see how it goes, you know? But, like, quite literally, the first quest we were on, the patron asked us to not move anything or steal anything from the house. It was a specific request as the job. Like, and the quest is already a thread for my son's, like, background. So I'm kind of, like, hoping this patron leads us onto more jobs or has more information. and my son doesn't want the thief to steal, but the thief wants to steal, and I've asked him not to steal, and he's like, no promises. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, no promises that the party doesn't gang up on you. We'll see. Anyway, very well designed map. Love this. Good contrast. The way it goes from this mine to this like crystal cavern with the acid. Very interesting. Like, I mean, I don't know. Anyone can play that. That's how my character would play game. You know what I mean? So that's all I have to say about it. Here's the thing. I know that there's a difference between stealing everything in sight and being a good thief, right? There's a career criminal who's like a good thief, and then there's people who just like can't help themselves and steal everything. Does that make sense? So like, I offered to help them plan a very cool heist, and Waterdeep is in our setting because we're on the Sword Coast. I would love to do a Waterdeep heist and like plan it with this person, get intel, go like scout it out, go break in together while we have the support of our team on the outside. We got a broom of flying, 2 bags of holding. We got a lot of damage we could cause with our stealth. I just don't have time for people like playing their character at the expense of everyone else in the group. Does that make sense? So, like, when they were describing their background in Session 0, they said they were a klepto who just steals random stuff, but the first thing they say they want to steal is the most valuable item we've come across in this home we're clearing of kobolds, which is our job from the patron to clear the home of kobolds, so because they moved into their home when they were out traveling, and now their home is being squatted in by a ton of kobolds. And so he doesn't want anything stolen or broken if we can avoid it, because he wants to recover his stuff. Oh, I love this. This is actually great. I honestly just love how it's just very inviting, you know? This kind of reminds me of Shrek's home a little bit. Like, Shrek has the right idea, you know? He's a private landowner just living in the middle of nowhere. Doesn't have to deal with anyone. This is beautiful, though. Very beautiful. Wow. Dang. This is, wow. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll get to it. I'm gonna walk around outside first. You know me, I always gotta go look in the tree houses to see if someone decorated inside of them. Oh, wow, they connected it. Love it. Little garden up back here. Oh, I fell. Looks like it's a little too high to get up the stair there. I'll just put the token up the ledge and go inside. Ah, they decorated it. Yay. Love it. And cages for their traps and some of their supplies. Little fire pit, furnace area, kind of. You know, a little bed behind the tatters there. You can see the. Yep. Oh my gosh! Wow, love it. Yeah, it feels very comfortable here. What do we got here? The outhouse, of course. This just looks like more of an extension, you know, but did they put anything inside? No, it just seemed more like a shed or something off to the side with more stuff. I like how they merged the outhouse with the shed to make it bigger. Really love the little planters. Like, the organization on this map is really, really pretty. So what would you put in this home here? So it's a druid's dwelling is the name of the map, by the way. So in this case, I'm sure there are some Waterdeep maps for sure. I mean, we could just search Waterdeep. If anyone's made any. We've obviously got some Yawning Portal stuff. Got the dock. What I like to do is I go to the workshop on my PC, right? And I'll browse it there, and you can actually just type like Waterdeep, and then it'll search all possible entries tied to it, right? So this here brought up 51 entries for Waterdeep when I searched it. Oop, wrong link. My bad. I don't know why. I thought I was copy and pasting something else. My bad. Why did I copy and paste the link from the stream? Oh my gosh. My bad. Also dumb. Okay. Let's see here. What? Why is this happening? My copy paste is broken. It's copy and pasting the wrong thing. Okay. Oh my gosh. I did it a third time. I double checked. I highlighted the link, copied it, and pasted it again. And I guess maybe I wasn't clicking copy. Anyway, this goes directly to a Waterdeep search. You could do the same thing for a lot of different maps. So you could search, you know, like Strahd. I like to do like the big themes once in a while, or the big, you know, campaigns and modules, and search and see what comes up. And yeah, just for Strahd alone is 116 entries. Here. If you go here, well, I mean, we all support sharing the maps and using them in our own campaigns. The big thing, Kajitan, is don't use maps from the workshop as something you're gonna resell. Okay, so like if you're making a book, a campaign book, or you're trying to resell maps from the workshop, that's a big no-no. Okay. Secondly, I mean, a lot of these maps are used in major campaign modules, so it's nice to have them. So it's just recreations of existing maps to use in your existing campaigns, right? So that's not a problem. Now, if you are a paid DM, right, or you do session selling, I would think it's probably on the best to err on the side of caution and make your own maps and do your own modules and stuff like that, instead of using, you know, copyrighted content. But everyone shares their maps here for people to use and improve upon. That's kind of the whole point of them. You know, some people share their maps to get their name known, you know, like we have Sack, who's an amazing cartographer. He shares tons of maps on the workshop, but he also uses it as a great way to advertise his Patreon. You know, he puts his links for his Patreon in that. You know, some people just share their maps. You know, so some people use it as a space to learn and grow from. Some people just look at maps and they're like, honestly, some people just buy Dungeon Alchemist just to access the workshop, because that's over 4,000 free maps that you can download and use in your campaigns right away. Oh, you never had any? Really? Oh man, I'm sorry, but you know what? I still love that you use it as a space to help, you know, advertise your Patreon. But there's about 50 yawning portals. There's Xanathar's hideout, Pilgrim's Rest. Dock Ward? Yeah, let's take a look. This one here? A lot of people don't browse Steam through their browser like I am now to do this too, or like if you're in Steam and see your link, it's easier for them to just open a browser and then go type in SAC maps or whatever, right? So this is the Acquisitions Incorporated version, it says. I'm gonna lower this down to low because it is a big boy map. Oh man, anytime I see your maps on Reddit, I always upvote them. Yeah, it is yours, Ark. Hey, how you doing, buddy? But our DM told us that we were probably going to end up in Waterdeep, so I'm like, please, can we just do a heist together plan like an epic one, and you can have the stickiest fingers ever? Please just keep it in your pants for a little bit, like a few quests. You know what I mean? Yeah, the one in the center there, that looks really cool. So you just made the outer edge, the building, and then you just sunk in the floor there. Interesting. Great, great take. This is in the Acquisitions Incorporated adventure? Huh. I haven't played Acquisitions Incorporated. I got the book for free, you know, like everyone else did when they got acquired, but I have not checked it out yet. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, don't like take someone else's map, just make a subtle change and then resell it. Reselling is really frowned upon. You know, it's essentially like a Creative Commons space, but you're not supposed to sell Creative Commons work. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I view it, is it's like a Creative Commons license where you could share these maps, use them for your campaigns privately, but don't resell it. Don't put it in a campaign book and sell it, or don't make subtle adjustments and resell it. It's really shady. And also breaks the terms of services with Dungeon Alchemist. Oh yeah, you could probably revisit this, Ark. It'd be cool, I bet. Zach actually one time came to me. He's like, so I had a Dam of the Day that was reskinned Sack map, and he's like, hey, that was my map. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize. And he pointed it out to me, and I felt awful. I was able to see because his signature was in it. It's a great way to kind of prove your work is yours. That, or just show it every stream as your map so everyone knows it's your map. Like, why aren't you guys doing that? Duh. This is beautiful. Lots of little buildings, too. I'm confused why they put a gingerbread house. Why you put a gingerbread house over here, Ark? Is there a story behind it? Just thought it'd be funny. It is funny. It kind of confused me for a second, and I like it. I love your dock, too. Very cool. Big wharf. I guess ultimately, if people didn't want people using their maps, they probably wouldn't put them on the workshop in the first place. But I think, you know, like we say, it's a Creative Commons space. Think of it like a, you know, sharing a 3D model. Like, you could share it as a Creative Commons model and people can use it, but reselling it is against the license terms. Does that make sense? So as long as it's for private use, it's good to go. Oh, it's making my desktop chug. I can only run it on low right now. If I put it on medium or high, there's just way too many assets present on such a large map. But, I mean, still, able to run it and enjoy it, so it's not bad. All right, everyone, it is 2 p.m. It is now it's that time to wrap up. I want to spend the next 3 to 5 minutes winding down the stream. If you have any last minute questions, you know, think of this as like an AMA type sitch where you can ask me questions about Dungeon Alchemist, the development, its future, etc. I appreciate all your feedback today with the suggestions for storefronts, professions. I will compile that into a neat list and make a poll, which I will then share across our socials and alert y'all to here on the stream as well, so you can participate. And the whole point is to get as much information and participation from everyone as possible on that poll so we can figure out what's going to be the most requested or most wanted. Sausage plushie win. Honestly, you know, I would love to do a Hendrik plushie. I thought it'd be cool to do. There's a website where if you can do a campaign, like kind of like a crowdfunding sitch, and if there's enough funding, then it'll ship out a plushie to everyone. Kajitan, yes, it's been brought up many times. It's something that's discussed internally. It's something we aim and strive to do eventually. Initially, it wasn't a plan to, and because this is exported in top-down, and most people who use it in top-down like this, especially a map this size, would probably be using something like a virtual tabletop, which gives line of sight, so roofing isn't really necessary, as it, you know, blocks it all out. But I understand for immersion purposes, screenshots, etc., it's nice to have roofing when you're looking at all these side shots here from a 3D perspective. It's on our roadmap, something we're planning to do, and it will happen with time. No ETA, though. Multi-level and roof support, for sure, is something, you know, we want to do with time. Oh! Yeah, you can also use, like, you know, you can add roofing in, you know, in post using Photoshop and, like, art. You can make kind of roofing in Dungeon Alchemist using some of the assets we have. Limited roofing to a degree, and then you can make 2 versions of the map, roofs and no roofs. Like we have those like lich gates, they work really good as a roof, or there's a few of those sheds. Lich gate. Like, I mean, they kind of work to a degree. So you turn off your collisions. Let's put this over this house here. We'll get it stretched out to the right size. Put 2 of them. Boom. Now we have a roof on this house, technically. You can already build above ground level double zone. When you generate a new map, simply set your room placement as plateau or mountaintop, and it'll allow you to build at that height. Now, if you want to build at multiple heights in the same map, no support for that right now with the AI. It's only at one of these 3 levels. So once you set the level, then you can only build at that level. All other building done on those maps, so let's say you wanted homes below a mountaintop mansion or castle, you would have to do it by hand using our object assets, like these structural ones, or, you know, the Lich Gate, or a shed, or something. You know, we have these here that have roofing. You could put them below a castle, you know, in the valley below, and put a bunch of them. We have outhouses, sheds, dog houses, Lich Gates. Many things can look like homes from afar, like a forced perspective. And yes, you have Z-axis manipulation with many of the objects. You also have freestanding walls of every wall type, so you can place walls at any height you wish. Hey, see you, VanYakos. You have a good one. So in Foundry, there is a module, I think, called Better Roofs or something, and it allows you to add roofing to a lot of buildings, like, automatically really quickly with ease, or like with relative ease. So check that one out for sure if you use Foundry. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. It's been a fantastic stream. I had so much fun hanging out with you all. Quick reminder, I will be back Monday with the Map Maker Monday stream, which is a different theme altogether. On that stream, we spend time showcasing how to build maps in Dungeon Alchemist. I pick a theme, or the community picks a theme, and I try my best to build a map in that theme. Right now, I'm actually recreating a scene from Diablo 4 that one of our Twitter users shared and said, I wonder if I could build this in Dungeon Alchemist. So I'm attempting to make it. We're going to try and wrap that up on Monday, and then we'll jump into a new theme. The schedule is above in chat if you missed it. And then also, Seisu's dropping all our socials: Discord, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, etc. If you are on any of those socials, Instagram, and you are interested in what's going on with our development, cool maps, etc., please drop a follow on them so you can keep up to date on what we're sharing, because we like to drop a lot of teasers in those spaces so you can see the latest and greatest with Dungeon Alchemist. One last thing before I go, and I forgot to bring it up earlier. Oh my gosh, where is the... Okay, our friends over at TTRPG Kids is preparing for their crowdfunder. If you're not familiar with TTRPG Kids, it is a free site ran voluntarily that is a resource site that allows you to kind of get feedback and ratings on TTRPG resources to see if they're safe and kid-friendly, family-friendly. It's ran entirely voluntarily, and we support their efforts because, you know, Dungeon Alchemist is designed to be kid-friendly as well, and we encourage tabletop gaming for kids because it's great for them. As Tabletop TTRPG says, tabletop role-playing games have many benefits to children, learning social and leadership skills, practicing math, gaining confidence in a safe space, making friends, family bonding, just to name a few. In addition to them just being fun, the goal of TTRPG Kids is to help you find the resources and tools that you need, all in one place, to make tabletop RPGs accessible, fun, and educational for your particular kid or class. The site covers everything from indie tabletop RPGs to D&D recommendations, tips, tricks, podcasts, reviews, creator interviews, crafts, and more, so you can jump in and have fun playing these awesome games with your kids. I'm just going to drop their crowdfunder link here in just a moment, as they're in preparation for their crowdfunder, which starts on the 15th of June. TTRPG Kids, like I said, it's ran voluntarily, so they're doing this crowdfunder to raise funding to help keep the site running, because it's all volunteer-based. It's basically one person doing it out of the kindness of their heart. So this crowdfunding will help sustain the site for a much longer time, give them more resources to keep doing what they're doing. Please check out their crowdfunder, and you know, at least sign up for a notification, for the pre-launch notification, and that would help tremendously. They're a great people, and I would love to see them succeed. So please, please, please do me a favor. as the community manager of Dungeon Alchemist and Dungeon Alchemist in general. Do Vim a favor, do Carl a favor. Go check TTRPG Kids out and check out their crowdfunder. Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate you for being here. Sorry for the little rant at the end. Again, my name is Mac. I am the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. This is the official Dungeon Alchemist channel. You can find us here every Saturday with the Damn Stream and every Monday with Mapmaker Monday. If you need assistance in the interim, great place to find us is on Discord. We offer support. Great community of people there. You can ask questions, share your maps, etc. Yep, Highland, as Highland says, kind of back to our previous point, had a lot of emotional testimonies and thanks from students in recent years regarding how helpful they are. Our D&D activities recently got recognition for the senior celebrating in the evening. I'm a huge advocate for their benefits and fully recognized in our school. So, you know, for years, tabletop gaming was kind of stigmatized, especially D&D through the 80s and 90s because of Satanic Panic. And it's a really good opportunity to show the benefits of these games to people who may have been poorly educated on their, you know, their lack of benefits or what they were at the time. They're not bad. We all know that now. You know, everyone knows that. It's not a bad thing. So let's educate people, educate families, educate children, and like show them that these things are great for them. They're great for building confidence. They're great for math. Like my son has been so quick on his dice skills. It's impressive. He is very quick with the math with dice, where he's used to struggle. And I think it's helped him tremendously with his confidence, his anxiety, etc. So these things are good for kids to be social and have these environments and interactions and role playing, and it's fun. You know, it's good for them in a lot of different ways. But anyway, I definitely, hey, you know, also for the elderly, but you know, it's good to start them early, right? I mean, there's nothing stopping the elderly from getting into these things right now, other than maybe, you know, time and income, right? But kids, you know, it's good to make sure that they have these resources. But I think TTRPG Kids could still be a great resource for the elderly too, because it's good to know what you're getting into. And it could be a great way for the elderly to bond with their grandkids or kids. You know what I mean? So still a great resource for everyone all around. Offhand, I don't know of a website dedicated to resources for the elderly with D&D or tabletop gaming, but I will see if I can find anything in the next week. Okay? Gadget 10? Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you all. Again, my name is Mac, the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me on Discord. I'd be glad to help you out. We'll see you Monday, and you have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you next time. I give a damn. Mac out.